In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to play a great blues solo in the style of blues guitar legends Stevie Ray Vaughan and Albert King. So stay tuned. Hey there, this is James for James Shipway Guitar and welcome to my lesson today. Now if you want the tab and lesson notes for this video, then you can click on the link underneath this video and get my blues guitar bundle. It's got the tab, chords and everything to this lesson and a whole bunch of my other blues guitar lessons on YouTube. Before we get started, let's have a listen to the solo. Okay, so that's how the solo goes. Let's dive in now and have a look at the two scale shapes we're using to play this solo. Now it's in the key of G, and I just demonstrated it over a 12-bar blues in the key of G. So we're going to use the G minor pentatonic down at the 3rd fret. This is played like this: 3 to 6 on the E string, 3 to 5 on the A string, 3 to 5 on the D and G strings, and 3 to 6 on the B and top E strings. Now we can also add a little extension to that pattern by going to the 7th fret on the G string and going 6 to 8 on the B string and top E string. So if I add that into the first pattern, it looks like this. Starts off the same, and when we get to the G string, we're going to go 3, 5, 7, 6, 8 on the B, and 6, 8 on the top E string. Now if you haven't seen those scale shapes before, and you need a bit more of a detailed lesson on them, then click on this box right here, and it will take you to my Essential Scales playlist, where you can check out some more detailed lessons on those two scale shapes. So let's jump in now and have a look at lick 1. Okay, let's look at how we play that. So I'm starting off at the 7th fret on the G string, and I'm playing that with my 2nd finger, and I'm going to pick that note twice. Then I'm going to play the 8th fret on the B string, the 6th fret on the top E string, and the 8th fret on the top E string. Now I've got my 3rd finger on the 8th fret. I'm going to bend that up 2 frets. I'm going to choke it off with my right hand so I don't hear the release. Let it down again. Bend it up again. Choke it off and let it down. Then I'm going to play the 6th fret on the top E with my 1st finger, and the 3rd finger is going to play the 8th fret on the B string. A totally essential blues lick, especially in these guys playing. I mean, they played that a lot. You hear Stevie Ray Vaughan play that in most of his solos. A great lick for starting off a solo too, as we're seeing here. Now there's a little bit more to that, so let's carry on and look at the rest of it. We've got... Now we're going to grab the bend again. So we've got that bend at the 8th fret, we're going to bend that. We're going to let it down, kill it off and let it down. Play 8 to 6 on the top E. 8 on the B string, then we're going to go 6 to 8 on the B string, and our 1st finger is going to play the 6th fret on the top E string with a little bit of a blues curl there, which is kind of like a little short bend, about one sort of half a fret bending up. And really what we just want to hear is this little tweak on the end of the note. So lick 1 was mainly working around up in this position. Lick 2 jumps down into the first scale shape we looked at. And it does this. We start at the 3rd fret on the B string and we're going to pick that note twice. Then we're going to grab the 6th fret on the B string and bend it up. Then we're going to let the bend down silently. So we want to kill it off with our right hand and let it down. And then pick it at 6 and then pick 3. Then grab the G string at the 5th fret and we're going to bend that up 1 fret, let it down and pick it, and then pick 3 on the G. Third lick in the solo, we're back on this 5th fret on the G string and we're going to bend that up. Then we're going to go to the B string at the 3rd fret, top B string at the 3rd fret, and back to the B string at the 3rd fret. So we get this. Then we're going to slide up to 8 on the B string, so we've got a position shift here up into the higher blues scale pattern. Really essential that you can easily make this position shift, because then you can play down here and access all the tasty bends and notes up in this next part of the scale. So we've got this. Now we're going to start on 6 and slide up to 8. It's not a very big slide, it's more just kind of moving up to 8 from 6. You don't want to hear a real kind of long slide really. So 8 on the B string, then 6 on the top B string, and 8 on the B string again. Then we do that again. So lick 3 is just the same thing played twice. Let me just play that one more time for you. And that's how lick number 3 goes. Okay, for lick 4, we're back up in the sliding extension pattern again. And we're going to bend the 8th fret up on the top E twice. Kill it off, let it down, bend it again. Then play the 6th fret on the top E and the 8th fret on the B string. So that's a little sort of nugget or device we're seeing used a lot in this solo, and it's a real characteristic part of these two guys playing. I'll do that again for you. We're bending the top E up at 8. And then again, 6 on the top E and 8 on the B string. Bit of vibrato applied to that note. Then we're going to do this, which is picking 8 on the B string twice. Onto the top E now, we're going to go 6 to 8, bend it up 2 frets, kill it off, let it down, and then play the 6th fret on the top E, and with a blues curl like we used on this note before. Okay, so the whole of lick 4 goes like this. For this one, we're back down at the 3rd fret and we're picking the B string at the 3rd fret twice. Then we're going to grab the 6th fret on the B string and I'm going to bend that up a bit. Now I'm going to use my 3rd finger for that. Like that. Then I'm going to let it down silently. So remember, we need to kill it off with our right hand so we don't hear the sort of any let down noise or anything. So kill it off and let it down. Then go to the 3rd fret on the top E string and the 3rd fret on the B string. Oops. Then do the bend bit again. So we bend up 6, 3 on the top E and 3 on the B string. Now we're going to go to 6 on the top E, and we're going to give that a little bit of a squeeze, kind of a blues curl again. We hold that note, and we just want to give it a sort of blues curl at the end of the note. So we don't want to do it straight away like this. If we hold it for a moment, and then we just want to squeeze that note, and it gives it that real nice bluesy sound. Then to 3 on the top E, and then 6 pulling off to 3 on the B string. Now notice for this stretch, I'm mainly using my 3rd finger and my 1st finger. In fact, I'm using those fingers all the time for these kind of licks. I used to use my little finger, but I find it much easier now to do this stretch. A lot of these licks are just much simpler and more straightforward to play. So do what's most comfortable with you, but that's my experience. So you know, so I'm not using my little finger very much for this kind of stuff. Now I do use my little finger a lot for playing other styles and other kind of stuff, but not so much for these licks. So try it out and see how you get on with different fingerings that you could use here. Anyway, we've got that lick. Let me play it round one more time. So that's how we play lick number 5. Okay, lick number 6, let's check that one out. So we're back here on the top E at the 3rd fret, and we bend that up a 2 fret bend, so we get, then we let it down and we play it with a bit of a blues curl, and then again with a bit of a blues curl. Like that, you can really hear how I'm squeezing those notes. Then play 3 on the top E and 6 on the top E. Then we're going to shift along that string, and we're going to go up to the 8th fret, and we're going to bend that up here 3 times, then kill it off and let it down, play 6 on the top E, and you guessed it, 8 on the B. Again, that really common little device that we've seen a lot in here. That's how that lick sounds. Let me play it again for you. Okay, now you'll also notice I'm playing these licks with quite a lot of attack. I'm picking quite hard. You know, that's a real characteristic thing of Stevie Ray Vaughan and Albert King's playing. You know, they used to dig in. They used to really pick their guitars very hard. And that's one of the reasons why they got such a big sound. So don't be too timid here. Don't be afraid to dig in and really try and wrench some nice sounds out of your guitar there. Right, let's check out lick 7, the final lick in the solo. Now we're back down here at the 5th fret. We're going to bend that G string up at 5. Play 3 on the B string, 3 on the top E string, back to the B string at the 3rd. Then we're going to go onto the top E and go 3, 6, 3. Again, such a Stevie Ray Vaughan, Albert King classic lick. I mean, again, they use that all the time when they're playing. Really essential one to know. Then we're going to grab the G string at 5. We're going to bend it up. And again, we're bending up 2 frets there. Then go to 3 on the G string and 5 on the D string. Next we go to 3 on the G string, and then onto the A string now. We're going to go 3, 4, 5. Now I'm using my 2nd finger to connect those notes here. I'm going 1st finger, 2nd finger, 3rd finger. reach over to the G string at the 5th fret and pluck that too. So you get sort of ringing together there. And really it's a fragment of a D7 chord here. And that's the end of it. So let me play that last lick for you one more time. One little detail you may have noticed I did there is I actually plucked that G string with the 2nd finger on my right hand, okay? So you get that nice plucking sound. And also it's a little bit easier to keep both notes ringing together rather than using the pick. Here's that lick one more time. Okay, might be a good idea to have one more listen to the entire solo now, just to hear how all those bits fit together. Okay, so there you go. You've got a short, easy to learn solo in the style of two of the biggest blues guitar legends ever. Now, learn that, practice piecing it together, but then don't stop there. Take those licks, especially your favorite ones, and all the little bits that you can see in that solo and experiment with them. Experiment, experiment, experiment is really the key here, I think. Get used to using those in your own playing as you're improvising, okay? You don't just want it to be something that you memorize and then forgot. You know, you have to take that apart, really bend those licks into your own ideas, get used to using them in your own playing. That's when something like this becomes very valuable. Now, the advantage of this is it's short, it's easy to learn, and there's nothing that complicated in there, but they're all really strong sounding ideas. So if you can get some of this vocabulary into your playing, you'll definitely notice a big difference in how your blues playing sounds as a whole. So that's about it for today. Now don't forget to get your blues bundle if you'd like the tab and lesson notes for this lesson. If you can manage without it, then great. But if you do want it, the link is just under here. Click it and you'll be sent a copy of my blues guitar bundle. But that's all from me today. So if you found this video useful, please hit like and please subscribe to my YouTube channel for a lot more videos coming up just like this one. Check out my other Licks Legends series on my channel if you'd like some more licks in the style of other great players like these two guys. But other than that, thanks a lot for watching, and I really hope to see you again in another one of my videos. So take care and bye for now.